Hello, darlings. Welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name is Freedom. Thank you for joining me. I'm just doing a quick video. I've recently been contacted by not one but two women in response to another video I did and something that I mentioned about narc sexuality being fluid. Both of these women have come out and asked whether or not there is a possibility that their particular narcissist could be gay. One is triangulating her with a transsexual woman, and the other has outright been chasing the affections of another man. So what I wanted to say about narcs and sex is this, that first of all, I suppose you have to understand that narc sexuality, more than anything, is like the rest of their persona. It is something that is part of the construct. They've built it. It's a facade. It's fluid. It's changeable. It all depends on the circumstances and how they are going to get fuel. Everything to a narcissist is about fuel and supply. So if, for example, the only fuel supply available is a gay man, the narc sexuality is fluid enough to accept fuel from a gay man. Although most narcs present as heterosexual, you've got to remember they're also mirrors. So if you're heterosexual, they will reflect back to you heterosexuality. When you take that same narcissist and put them in a room full of gay men, they will reflect and mirror back gay sexuality, homosexuality. So that, I know, is a really challenging part of understanding, narc identity and persona, but it is fluid, it is changing. And the thing is, the 21st century has the tools for a narcissist. So, and what I mean by that is, with the uprising of the internet, they've got access now to porn sites, chat rooms, cam girls or cam sex sites, dating sites. I mean, quite literally, they can be on the computer and within 5-10 minutes, I mean, depending on where they are, they can find someone who is prepared to have sex with them. It doesn't matter what gender, it doesn't matter. And the thing is, if you understand that sex is about fuel, because remember this, narcissists, they like power. And there's nothing more powerful for a narcissist, for example, to have a total stranger go down on their knees and suck them off in a public toilet. I mean, this is the reality. There are gay beats that can literally go anywhere, anytime, and get sex from a random stranger. It kind of ticks all the boxes for them. They love taboo sex. They love people wanting them. They love power. They love the combination of sex and violence. They love dirty sex. They love having secrets. They love playing games. They love triangulation. And this all works in perfectly. So, for example, your straight narc might pop off to work in the morning, on the way to work, 10 minutes out of their way, get a quick blowjob at a public toilet. And you've got to remember, they resent you. When they're not love bombing you and keeping you, where they want you, most of the time, narcs are resenting you. They hate you being happy. They hate anything that you've got, anything you've done, anything you've created. They just genuinely just hate you and everyone else, which is why they put you through the abuse they put you through and all the rest of it. So if you remember that underneath it all, they actually resent you and they actually don't like you, then you can understand how easy it is for them to have a fight with you, for example, have a fight with you in the evening. Maybe you've complained about something, and because they're so passive aggressive and they take everything as criticism, so just say, they, like I said, oh, look, I don't know, they didn't help with any chores, or they went out, late drinking and didn't answer the phone when you rang, or, whatever. Just say any of those things. It literally could be any of those things. And you've tried to talk to them about it, and instead of just sorting it out with you, they've actually then gone and used that as their excuse for why they're going to go to a public toilet the next morning and get sucked off. And they think about it all night, and that gives them fuel, just the thinking about it, just the thinking that you're not going to know. They're going to be getting sex from someone else and you won't even know about it, and it's going to feel so good because you don't know about it, because it's taboo, because someone's just going to want them so badly. This is the kind of thing that actually goes on in their minds. They're never going to admit it, and thank God to people like HG Tudor for actually coming out and admitting these things, but the bottom line is, they can be as macho, they can be homophobic, they can say nasty things all the time about, gay people, but I can guarantee you that doesn't mean that they're not going to take fuel from a gay person. If they can get it, they will take it. And as I said, with the internet being the way it is, they have access to pretty much all kinds of sex anytime for free. And people say, oh, my husband never has time, he works all day and blah blah blah. Those are the kind of ridiculous denials that people need to stop saying to themselves. What you need to be saying is, if my husband wanted to screw around on me, how could he do it? Because that's when you go, well, he could actually have gotten up 10 minutes earlier, and then he could arrive 10 minutes late at work. I don't know what time he gets to work, or he could actually take a whole day being sick. I don't check his pay slips. He gets paid for the days that he's sick. How would you actually even know? This is why I say, if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you need to think about your exit strategy. You need to think about getting yourself safe, because it's only a matter of time before you get some horrible disease, or it just gets worse. It's just not worth the risk of staying. It's never going to get better with them. They're deviant all the way through, and not even in a good way. Not even like as in like, let's have fun swinging, or let's go and do, I don't know, whatever things people get into. Not even like as in an open, that kind of way. More like the type of thing where, they make you feel bad about you wanting to have sex with them, and say things like, oh, you're an nymphomaniac, or or there's something wrong with you, you're broken. They say some horrible things to their partners, and they withhold sex from their partners and then go and have sex with total strangers in public places, and, unprotected sex as well. There is actually a term. So we've got, terms about heterosexuality, bisexuality, and homosexuality, but there's actually a term now, and it's men who have sex with men, right? And most people go, well, hang on, that's homosexuality. No, that's not. That's actually men who identify as being straight, but who also just happen to have sex with men. Okay, so there is an uprising of this, this men who have sex with men, and that's fine. But if you are in a committed relationship, if you are married, it is not okay. It is not okay to lie to your partner. It's not okay to put their health at risk. But narcissists do not care about the long-term future. They don't have goals for the future. They know your relationship's going to break up. It's just a matter of when. So they don't care about taking risks with it. They just don't care. For them, as I said, it's all just about fuel. It's about power, fuel, domination, feeling good. And if you've been nagging them all day and there's the opportunity to get sucked off in a public toilet by a total stranger who's going to look up at them with, you know, eyes full of lust, and I mean, they will be into it. Please believe me. Another thing I hear people saying is, oh, my husband's really open with his phone, you know, there's no way he'd ever do that kind of thing, you know, he gives me his phone all the time. Do you realize how easy it is to have a second phone that no one knows about? Or even better than a second phone, do you realize how easy it is to have a SIM card? A second SIM card, a hidden SIM card. That is, you know, that tiny. That kind of denial, this kind of, you know, oh, he hasn't had time to screw around, oh, there's no way he could, he's really, you know, upfront, honest, right? That kind of denial, you need to, like I said, you need to be asking yourself, how can he screw around on me? How does he make the time? What tools is he using? And I'm saying this stuff from experience. I believe that my husband would never cheat on me. Never, never, never. Until the day I found a second phone and went, whose phone is this in the garage? I mean, he must have absolutely died when he realised that he'd left it there, because it was the beginning of the end for us. So I grabbed this phone, turned it on, and oh, look, it was attached to the internet, and it was attached to a dating site. I don't know if you call them dating sites, just where, you know, desperate people, like Lacanto and those kind of sites, where desperate people try and have sex with other desperate people. And most of the, you know, the sites are full of just married men trying to cheat and, you know, be sleazy, and specifically designed for that kind of thing. And, you know, most of the working girls are on that site, but the married men don't realise that, and, you know. But anyhow, so that's how the beginning of the end happened for me. The man that I thought would never cheat on me, the man who I was still having sex with, you know, there it was, the phone, the conversations, the chats, it was all there. And as I said, it was the beginning of the end for our relationship. I mean, I thank, you know, the gods or the universe or whatever you want to call it, I thank God that day happened, because otherwise I might still be in that situation, naive and blind. But no, something made me find that phone that day. And the beautiful thing is that, you know, he managed to talk his way out of it that time, because, you know, they think up lies, they think it up quick. They're good with lying, okay? Within 3 months again, same thing, caught him out, grabbed his phone while he was sleeping. You know, so yes, they're sneaky. They hide things. There's apps and things that, you know, you can hide photos, and you can hide a whole lot of things on your phones these days. So none of the kind of excuses of he doesn't have the time or he couldn't do it, none of that is valid. He does have the time. He could do it. And if he's a narcissist, he is doing it. Okay? They all cheat. And if they're not physically doing it, they're doing it, like I said, via the internet, via chat rooms or cam girls or that kind of thing. Or even just mentally, they're trying on other people, trying them on for size, seeing if, you know, if they can replace you or whatever. You know, the whole thing's really, really sordid. And like I said, and not the good type of sordid. So just remember this, they're not into intimacy, okay? They don't like closeness. They don't like connecting with someone. So this having sex with anonymous strangers is perfect for a narcissist. What a great way to get this instant fuel hit, you know? And like I said, they have the secret for days, weeks. Every time you do something to piss them off, in their mind, they're playing back the look on that bloke's face. You know, they're playing that back while they're just sitting there thinking, yeah, talk, nag, whatever. You know, so they replay these things in their heads like the little, you know, roll of photos or whatever. They have these images that they keep in their mind. It serves them fuel, and it serves for a long time. So it doesn't matter if they say they hate gay men. When they're around gay men, they will mirror gay men. Same thing with, you know, cross-dressing. Same thing with a whole lot of different kind of taboo sexuality. But these are all videos in and of themselves. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Help me grow the channel. And I'll probably do some more, as I said, more videos about these different topics. But I just wanted to quickly knock this out for the girls who are realizing that they have, I don't even know what you call it. You can't even say, you can't say that they're bisexual, because it's more asexual. They're kind of, their sexuality is, they're in their own little world. You know, they like wanking off to porn because that's, you know, that's, there's no kind of bodily fluids, there's no kind of real connection. They can be in their mind. You know, they don't have to deal with real kind of emotions or intimacy or any of that stuff. So it's kind of more asexuality, but as I said, also it's very fluid. Yeah, fluid sexuality is probably the only way I can describe it. Anyhow, darlings, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.